What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video from the 10-7 MMA channel. I had to make this video. This entire episode of the Jaxxon Pod made me cringe so badly that I had to talk about it. And I want to start off by saying I'm actually a huge fan of this podcast. This podcast is awesome. It's normally super funny. I love the way that they interact with the guests. I love Rampage's presence in particular because it's fighter to fighter. He has a lot of respect for the fighters. The fighters have a ton of respect for him because he's an OG. He's one of the originals. He's one of the biggest original superstars in the UFC. So I like all the fighters to know or feel as though me as a fan, I always come from a stance of having a tremendous amount of respect when I talk about fighters and when I talk about people in the MMA community in general. That being said, I had to call this podcast out, this episode in particular, because I felt like they just did Tracy Cortez so wrong. And God, it's just painful at times. So I wanted to show what I witnessed and get your guys' thoughts in real time. And let me know, do you feel as uncomfortable and icky as I do when you watch this? I mean, some of the things that these guys say, they just, look, it's one thing to be fun, have fun, and do, joke around and be with the boys. And that's part of the appeal of the podcast. It's another thing to repeatedly make somebody uncomfortable on camera when you know this is going out to the public. She's trying to be, Tracy Cortez is a professional athlete. She's taken the game very seriously. She's at the highest ranks in the UFC in her division. She's a well-known fighter. She's a respected fighter. She works really, really hard. And then to have these guys kind of just have constant sexual innuendo and kind of be flirting with her and talking about her looks and all these things. And what is she going to do? She's not going to walk off. So she has to smile and take it. So I just want to go through these 4 particular moments and show you just how cringy it is. And I do think that Rampage is trying to flirt with Tracy throughout this thing. And his game is so bad. I don't know. You guys tell me what you guys think. It's just so whack in my opinion. I'm sure Rampage can do his thing, and I guess he does. I imagine he's probably got some game, but oh my God, it's so bad. And she's like had it at one point. It's really funny what she says. I'm going to point it out because I think there does come a breaking point. And props to her. Again, she's coming on. She's by herself and she's got to deal with this. I didn't like it. And I had to make a video as a result to point this out. And it's also a little bit funny just to clown on these guys for this just ridiculous interview. But anyways, let's start it off at the beginning. This is literally 2.5 minutes in. Listen to how it starts. Ridiculous.
I want you to understand something.
What?
We ain't gonna sit here and talk about her look. She's a fighter.
Right.
We ain't gonna beautify her lips and her beautiful lips and her beautiful hair and her amazing smile and her amazing body and all this stuff you've been saying all morning. We ain't talking about all that. We're gonna focus on her and talk about fighting. Okay. So you're gonna stop with all your nonsense. All right. He's been blowing up the group chat all morning saying first one to get her number wins.
Now, I think at this point, it's a little bit playful. I think she's even think it's funny, but I don't even know, right? It's a combination of she's laughing, but there might be a little bit, she's probably going to feel a little uncomfortable about this if she doesn't really know these guys. And they're doing this to her on camera. She talks later on in the podcast how she's shy, how she likes to keep to herself, and they're just blowing up her spot. And the thing is, like, look at that look. Look at that look in Rampage's eye. Like, he's into her and he thinks she's super hot. I mean, she's a very attractive woman, but to do this to me, I just thought it's lame in my opinion. I did not like it. I didn't appreciate it. I feel bad for Tracy Cortez. Now she comes out later and was like, no, I had a blast. It was amazing. Hey, my bad. But this is what I'm sensing. This is what I'm picking up. Let me know if you agree. Let me keep playing a little bit more. Right out the gate, this is how they start.
Ask so you win the game. We all know what you've been trying to do. Ask.
I've never slid into her DMs. I never approached her inappropriately at all. So don't even start that. I'm not going to ask her.
First thing that happened when her and her manager walked in, her manager said, he loves her. And I said, all right, that's good. Let's see if she's.
You love me?
Oh, now you blushing.
Let's move on.
Is he your type?
Chill, bro.
I just want to know. Like, it's Rampage.
So how long have you been a fighter?
Like, that's kind of funny if you're obviously just hanging out. Now your boys hook. I guess he's trying to wing him, I guess. But on a show in this setting where I don't know. To me, now it's pushed a little bit too far. She's laughing. She's playing along with it. I feel like she's probably a little uncomfortable. Again, I could be wrong, but that's at the very beginning. Now, if it ended here, I wouldn't even be saying anything. No big deal. But this is not the end, my friends. Now we move on not too much further into the episode. This is at 6 minutes and 58 seconds, so I'm fairly advanced. Listen to this little segment. Check this out.
What, like you weren't making weight or something, so they made you cut your hair?
I was
What
like
was it?
0.3, 0.5 off.
Was this the fight against Rose?
Yeah. It was out in Denver. And I was sitting there and I was like, you guys, I can't fucking do it. Like I'm drained. And my manager goes like, what are you, Tiki? He goes, what are you willing to do? I go, fucking cut this shit off. I had my hair so long. It was so long.
Did you cry?
Fuck no. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I was like, let's fucking get it.
Did you try spitting though?
I did.
And
I tried everything.
Everything. Have you ever he had a dirty mind. He got a dirty mind. He got a dirty mind.
I got with you guys.
He just went with a dirty mind.
No. You ain't gonna do
no,
it is a thing. It is a thing.
It is a thing.
It is a thing.
Hey, so
you spit?
So you guys
No, you gotta answer that now.
Yeah, if you spit, tell me, brother, what you do?
As a fighter, did you spit?
Do you spit or you just keep swallowing and then hit the sauna?
You're gonna be on his.
Hey, you keep swallowing and then hit the sauna, or you spit too, brother?
We're the two.
We all fighters, brother.
Okay, so obviously they're all kind of playing along, but again, he has to sexualize it, and it's just they can't steer clear of this kind of lame humor, in my opinion, because now it's getting to the point where they're beating a dead horse. This is within 8 minutes of the pod. We already have 2 awkward moments, and it continues. Now we have this next super awkward, cringy moment. Check this out.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Where do you have most of your camp, like most of your training? Where is it done out of?
Fight ready.
Is it?
Yeah.
And do you have the same team? Have you had the same team?
Yeah, since the beginning of my career.
You don't change it up at all?
Mm-hmm.
So jiu-jitsu, striking, everything's done out of one camp, one place?
Yeah.
Do you train with
I'm
men?
very loyal to me.
You train with guys and girls?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I want to come work triangle chokes with you.
What do you want to work on?
I'm talking to her, brother.
Yeah, what is it that you want to work on with her?
I don't think I'm your size, but there's a few other guys you can work with.
Oh,
good.
I love that, right? This is the first time where I think she's getting into it's just like it's not even funny to me. I know he's trying to be funny and he's trying to, I guess, still be flirty, but it's just lame. And so now I think this is the first time where she's getting annoyed and she pushes back. Nah, I think you train with some of the guys. Like letting him know gently, but not being rude on the pod. Like maybe you can back off a little bit, but he doesn't back off. And the sexual innuendo continues now to this final clip. But there's probably other ones that I missed. But in this final clip now, we have a throwback to that super cringy entire conversation about spitting and swallowing. So weird. Anyways, all right, here we go for the grand finale.
Try to, because that's his favorite place.
I'm a germ freak.
You're a germ freak. Are you a germ freak?
No.
I'm a germ. I don't like people talking over my food.
Really?
Because you know when you talk, you spit. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that. I don't think I spit.
He doesn't.
When I talk.
We already confirmed that you a spitter.
I said myself.
I have a random question. Like there was a.
So maybe she's playing along here a little bit. She's cool. She's enjoying it, enjoying the back and forth. But I don't know. You tell me. This is a professional interview. To me, this is a fighter that takes the craft very seriously, and they're bringing her on so she could talk about her career, her mixed martial arts entire journey. And I'm sure I don't know. I imagine it's got to be annoying. Now, a little bit, you want to play around, joke around a little bit. But there's a time and place, and to me, this was just so cringy. And honestly, if Rampage was trying to flirt, I don't think it went too well. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Do you also agree? Was this the cringiest episode you've ever seen? And by the way, big fan of Rampage, Jaxxon, massive fan of the Jaxxon pod. I think overall, they do a very, very good job. They've cultivated an amazing audience. TJ Dillashaw, pure legend on the podcast. But this one, I think, was a miss, in my opinion. My condolences to Tracy Cortez. And again, I will reiterate, if you actually enjoyed yourself and I've hit the mark, I apologize. I am wrong for bringing this up, but that's the vibe that I got. I wasn't okay with it. Just not okay with it because it made me all cringed out. Anyways, that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining, and we'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.